Did you know that the highest paid doctor in Australia isn't even a surgeon, and that the biggest money in medicine doesn't actually come from salary? Now, you've probably seen these ATO tables before. They get regularly shared each year in the newspapers and on the broadcast news television shows. But most people read them wrong because they focus on total income and don't look at things like salary, and also because this list from the ATO is based on occupation groups, which doesn't actually reflect the medical specialties in Australia. So let's look at the real story and let's count it down with the real top 10 by average total income according to the ATO of doctors in Australia. Number 10, diagnostic and interventional radiologists. Radiologists are used to sitting in dark rooms staring at black and white images on a screen. Turns out they're also very comfortable seeing dollar signs when they open their bank accounts. Their average total income is just under $500,000 Australian. Number 9, vascular surgeons. If it blocks, bursts or bleeds, they fix it. High stress, high stakes, and apparently a very solid income at an average total of just over $510,000 Australian. Number 8, cardiothoracic surgeons. They open hearts, they crack chests, and some of them terrify interns. Despite their reputation, they're still not actually near the top. They come in at number 8 on the list at $530,000 Australian, just pipped by their colleagues, the cardiologists. Internal medicine with toys. Cardiologists play in cath labs with echo machines and referral streams that never seem to dry up. Their average total income is roughly $532,000 Australian per annum. Number 6, orthopedic surgeons. Hammers, drills, titanium for everything. Most people assume that this is the number one specialty, but it isn't. Comes in at number 6 at an average total income of about $535,000 Australian. Number 5 on the list, urologists, especially with jokes built in and income streams to match. Ba-boom. Let's just say they do very well out of very small problems. Their average total income is approaching $575,000 Australian. Now let's just pause here for a second because this is where people can get confused. This list is ranked by total income. If you ranked it by salary or wages only, the order would look actually very different. Some of the specialties on this list would jump up and others would drop right out of it, and there'd be less proceduralists on the list. That's why people argue about these lists every year. This video is about total income. It's based on the average total income reported to the Australian Tax Office, but there are other ways of collecting information and looking at data. So if you want the salary-only rankings and the full breakdown by specialty or by gender or other things, I've laid it out as much as I can, all in a blog with links in below. All right, let's get back to it. Number 4, plastic and reconstructive surgeons. Some save lives, some rebuild faces, some make noses cost more than cars. The ATO doesn't care which, it just counts the dollars. Average total income, about $620,000 Australian. Number 3, ENT surgeons. Ears, noses, throats. Quietly one of the most consistent and lucrative mixes of public and private work in medicine. Average total income, roughly $626,000 Australian. Number 2, neurosurgeons. Years of training, unreal responsibilities, a god-tier reputation. Now, many people expect that neurosurgeons would be number 1 on the list, but again, they are not. Their average total income, though, is quite handy at about $636,000 Australian. Now, before I show you the number 1, ask yourself this. Which specialty has short procedures, high volume, massive private demand, and requires precision down to the millimetre? Because this one surprises a lot of people. Number 1 on the list is ophthalmologists, not technically a surgical specialty as they have their own college. This is the one that really messes with people's assumptions. When most people picture top-earning doctors, they imagine marathon surgeries, overnight calls, and living permanently attached to a pager. But ophthalmology generally looks not like that. Tiny incisions, short, repeatable procedures, extraordinary precision required in millimetres. But the real reason ophthalmologists sit at the top of the ATO total income list is volume. There's a high demand, an ageing population, and procedures that restore sight and are overwhelmingly done in the private sector. Add to that clinics that run like clockwork, multiple procedure lists per week, and a business model built around efficiency, and income scales fast, very fast. This isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. That's why the ATO shows that ophthalmologists come in at the top of the list with an average total income of around $665,000 Australian. Not surgeons grinding through 12-hour cases, not the most dramatic specialty, just the clearest, financial vision in Australian medicine. So the takeaway is that the biggest money in medicine doesn't come from salary, and it seems to come from procedures. It comes also how you structure your work. And that's why these ATO lists are interesting if you actually know how to read them. Now, if you want the full picture, including how this list changes when you focus on things like salary or gender or other matters, read the full blog post that I've linked in the description below. And while you're there, if you're getting value from these videos, please remember to subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Links below.